They killed. Give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So then you said that they put millions of my taxes. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles are making it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the brutal show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Actors.
All right, I think we live. What's going down? Clap it up, clap it up. All right, Shalom Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, all of New York, under Commanding General Yohana. This is Thursday night scripture breakdown class. We're gonna be getting into some things, man. You know, as you see it, you see it in the world, and you're paying attention. There's a lot going on. You understand? It's so much going on in the world. It's time, it's time to come and it's like you. Can I be heard? I don't know if y'all can hear me. I don't know. My bad. Hey, you might turn in that what's that? Turning that receiver on. But once again, man, it's a lot going on in the world, man. It should be off. You might see like a blue light that's not on that receiver. Right? It's a lot going on in the world, man. This is the time right now to awaken out of sleep, man. It's time to awaken out of sleep because you understand, you've seen what's going on with the Democrats and the Republicans, the liberals and the conservatives in America. Like America, America is so such an evil and confusing place, man. And you got to ask yourself, where is this in the Bible? You understand? Where is this land of confusion? We'll tell you where, man. It is Babylon the Great. That's what America is. America is when it talks about when it says mystery Babylon the Great, that's America. America is mystery Babylon the Great. You understand? It's the place. It's the land of confusion. It's the place where it's just no different than the old ancient Babylon, but it's much worse. You understand? And if you are a so-called Black, Latino, Native Indian, you better awaken out of sleep. You better get your mind and your spirit out of this place before it's too late. Because I know you got your mind probably, I know you thinking about Charlie Kirk. You seeing that's the news, right? But it's other things happening around the world right now. You understand? Like, was it last week? It was Nepal. The people like in Nepal, what's that? It's Nepal, right? They took over their whole government. Burnt down. It's kind of like having they just burnt down the whole government in Nepal. Man. You got protests going on throughout the earth. You got World War III. You got Russia setting up. I seen something on TikTok, man. Let me tell you something, man. I seen something on TikTok. Russia. No, it wasn't on TikTok. I think it was on the news somewhere. One of these news things. Russia set up like ballistic missiles on the border of Poland. You understand? On the border of Poland. And they said they just practicing, this is just a military exercise. These are just war games. Nah, it ain't. What they're doing is they're intimidating their enemies. That's what Russia's doing. Russia's intimidating NATO because they are going to war. Putin knows that. Putin knows full well that they're going to war. They're going into World War III, right? Donald Trump knows that, right. But everybody's trying. Nobody's saying nothing. Let's not talk about that. You know what I'm saying? But if you pay attention, if you're in here in the school, if you're in the Isupk, you know full well. But I know, if you're in the world, if you're out there in Christianity, if you're in Islam, you probably have no idea. You probably tied up in some other thing. You probably distracted. There's a lot of things to look at right now. There's a lot of things to pop up and like, oh man, look over here, look over there. But in the grand scheme of things, there's several things happening at one time. You understand? Let me get 1 Thessalonians 5:2, Barbershop. Just real quick on that, right? But yeah, America is Babylon the Great. We're gonna be getting into that. You understand? To show you that. You understand? Show you that you should separate your mind and your spirit out of Christianity, out of America. America is a culture. It's a culture. It's a religion. Yeah, America is a religion. It's a religion. You know what I'm saying? You have like, like look at the what's that? The Republicans. The Bible to them is the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? That's why they was like, don't infringe on my rights, man. You understand? And they hold that to themselves, but to others, like especially Blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, we don't fit in the bill. We don't fit in their constitution. That's why if we do something, you understand, we're gonna get capital punishment. We're gonna get punished. You understand? Blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, this is not our rest. America is not our kingdom. You understand? This place wasn't made for us. To see how they can do whatever they want to do, and they'll get glorified for it. Like they can have hate speech. Our oppressor can have hate speech, and guess what? They're gonna get glorified. They're gonna get the honor from the president. They're gonna become a martyr. You understand what I'm saying? They're gonna be like they're gonna be glorified. You understand? But you know, let's say like a black man dies, a black man or a Hispanic man or a Native Indian brother dies, and guess what? They say he's a criminal. You know what I'm saying? Or let's say if a black or Hispanic man, if we teach just like we teach, right? If we tell the truth, if we teach the actual truth with facts and history, guess what? Oh, you guys are speaking hate. That's hate speech. Well, damn. You mean if he does it, it's okay. If he does it, it's great. This cat is glorified. But if I say the truth, if I say how America was built, then I'm teaching hate speech. But damn. You understand? It's like, you got that scripture? Oh, let me make sure the mic working. I don't know what's going on. Your mic work? All right, go ahead.
1, 2, come. This is from the 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly, that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
The day of the Lord what?
So cometh as a thief in the night.
It says so that yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. We know that the day of the Lord is going to come like a thief in the night. Right? Keep going.
Verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety.
They shall do what?
Say peace and safety.
They shall say peace and safety. Like, you know, we say this every week, man. Donald Trump is claiming to be the peace president, but there's no peace. There ain't no peace no damn where. Ain't no peace. Clearly there's no peace. I mean, you can go on Instagram, Facebook, and you know, go in them comments. Ain't no peace, man. He's claiming to be the peace president, but the whole earth is in chaos right now. The entire earth is in chaos. It's in shambles. It's, you know, it's World War III. World War III has begun. You understand? Yet and still, Donald Trump claims to be the peace president. He's not. But it's showing you what? That our oppressor is a liar. He is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? Keep reading.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction.
Then what?
Sudden destruction.
No, then finally it's going to be peace and happiness.
Then sudden destruction.
No, it's going to be love and happiness and peace and kumbayas.
Sudden destruction.
It's going to be sudden. It's going to be sudden, like kind of like how Charlie Gert. It was sudden, out of nowhere, sudden. You saw, you know, to America, that was a shocker. Oh my God. Yeah, that's how the day of the Lord is going to be, because you think that everything's going to be just fine. You think you relying on, you hanging on the words of Donald Trump. You hanging on the words of, you know, of America, of your pastor. You hanging on the words of all these people that are not in the truth. And guess what? It's going to come sudden, like a thief in the night. That's when the day of the Lord is going to happen. You understand? It's going to happen like a thief in the night. It's going to come out of nowhere. Keep reading.
Then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child.
Right, as travail upon a woman with child. You know, like when a woman's pregnant and she's like, you know, in the ninth month, you know what I'm saying? The baby's long overdue. You know, she's like, oh my God, the baby's just, she's so, you know, so heavy, and the baby, she can't even move, you know what I'm saying? And then one day, boom, out of nowhere, oh snap, oh, the water broke, oh, it's coming, it's happening. Out of nowhere, oh snap, let me hear him get this, let me hear him. That's how it's gonna be when you understand, when the day of the Lord happens. You understand? When let's say it like this, when the shit hits the fan, that's how it's gonna happen. Oh snap, oh, let me get this, let me. Yeah, I know it's gonna be, for most, it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late, because you've been hearing this since the 60s. You've been hearing this for 5 and 6, 10 years, 20 years. You've been hearing this from Commanding General Yana, and you just like, well, man, I mean, I'll come in there eventually, like, you know, let me get myself right, and then I'll come in there. Stop thinking that you can get yourself right and then come in here to get right. That's like saying, let me clean up before I get in the shower. Let me clean my body before I get in the shower. No, nigga, get in the shower. Clean yourself in the shower. Don't try to clean yourself out the shower. That don't make no damn sense. You need to be in the school. Be in the truth to get clean. That's how you get clean. You understand? You don't get clean like that. You understand? You don't get clean without, and you know, I'm saying this metaphorically, you don't get clean without soap and water. You understand? And what I'm saying, you know, I'm not, obviously, you know, I'm not being literal, but I'm using this as a metaphor because it is true. You understand? You got to come in here and be washed with the word. You understand? You can't go to the Christian church and thinking that you're getting clean because you're not. That water they dip you in, guess what? All kind of people who've been up in that water, and no one's ever come out of that water in that Christian church clean. They've never come out a new person. They've always come out the same. They've never changed. Right. You understand? What's the scripture I'm thinking about right now? I believe it's in Romans. I think Romans chapter 10. You don't have to pull it, but like everyone that confesses, you have to confess, right? Confess. How do you confess? Anyone? How do you confess? Hold on, let's get the scriptures. That way we can be in context. You know what I'm saying? One sec. Right? Yeah, okay. Well, 1 John 4:2. If you can get that for me, Baba Kashah.
Okay. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 2.
Hold up, one sec. All right, go ahead.
Okay, this is the book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 2. Hereby know ye the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesses that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh.
How do you confess? Read that one more time, right? Read it one more time, you know.
Hereby know ye the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesses that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh.
Come in what?
Is come in the flesh.
Come in the what?
Come in the flesh.
Whose flesh? See, Christians will say, well, I'm gonna be quiet. Whose flesh is he talking about? Sakari?
The flesh of the brothers.
Explain.
Like the same flesh, like to be tempted, you know what I'm saying, to go through the same struggles as his brothers? No, that's not what he's saying. Hereby know ye that the Spirit, I'm even not that word, so like it. Hereby know ye the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesseth that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is of God. Whose flesh is it referring to? Your flesh. Your flesh. How do you confess? You confess. How do you confess? You confess with your actions. You confess you confess with what you do. What you do is who you really are. How do I confess? I confess with my actions. If I say that Christ is come in my flesh, meaning I no longer smoke weed, I no longer do drugs, I no longer follow the ways of our oppressor. I've changed, I've come out of the world, I'm a new man, I'm a new creature. That's what it's talking about. You confess with your actions that Christ is coming in your flesh. You understand? That's why it's up to you. You have to come in here. You have to do the work. You got to change your life. You got to put down the damn cigarettes. You got to put down that weed. You got to put down that Christianity. You got to put down and I'm gonna tell you this too. You got to put down that damn, what's that? The conservative and liberals and the Democrat Republic. That ain't for us, Black people, Latino, Native Indian. That has nothing to do with us. You understand? We got to get our mind, our spirit, the hell out of that. It's better. I'm trying to tell you, it's better just to observe it. Just look at it. You understand? These Christians, they claim they know Jesus and they love God, but I bet you they won't forgive the shooter of Charlie Kirk. Right. Nah, they're not gonna forgive him, right? But if you're a good Christian and Jesus said that you should forgive, that's what you should do, right? Oh, well, don't worry about it. You understand? We understand that, you know,
It's hard to do that. It's hard to forgive someone who's done evil toward you. Trust me, black people know. Blacks and Latinos, we know full well. You understand? We know full well. Because guess what? Our oppressor, they have raped, robbed, and pillaged blacks, Latinos, Native Indians. They've stolen our land. They've stolen our people, hung our people from trees. Right now, you got a brother, what university is that? College. Delta University, who was hung, was it 2 days, a day after Charlie Kirk got assassinated? Oh man, yeah. And you got black people still loving our oppressor. See, our people have to know who the devil is. Right. We have to separate from them because they can't even do that. They can't even forgive Charlie Kirk's killer. You understand? They can't do that. But we do it well because, you know, we're so well-trained Christians. Time to wake up, man. Read them one more time.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 2. Hereby know ye the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesseth that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is of God.
You're of God if you change. You confess with your actions. You understand? That Christ is coming in your flesh. Keep reading.
Verse 3. And every spirit that confesses not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God.
Is what?
Is not of God.
Yeah, because if you don't confess, meaning if you don't change, that means how could you claim that you're of God? You understand? Like if you can't put down the things in the world, if I can't put down weed, brother, I mean, how could I say that I'm of God? But Christians do it every day. Christians can do that every day. Muslims do it every day. You understand? They do it every day. They still do those things. That's why I tell you, man, you get in that water in the Christian church, you don't change. You haven't confessed. Oh, I confess with that Jesus is Lord and he died for my sins. But you still smoke weed.
Right.
You still a whore. You still when I say whore, you sleep with multiple men. You don't have a husband. You understand? Sisters gotta look. Let me tell you something, man. Our sisters gotta stop. You know, open up their legs. Like don't open up your legs to any old man. Don't do that. And brothers, stop putting your rod in every female. You understand?
Right.
Like we gotta come up out. You know who taught us that? Our oppressor, man. You understand? Our oppressor. Who's in every sister's bedroom? Marilyn Monroe. The top Babylonian whore.
Oh, come.
The top Babylonian whore is every sister in the world's role model. Damn. Do you understand what I'm saying? What'd you say?
I thought you were talking about Marilyn Manson.
Nah, brother, Marilyn Manson. Nah, not Marilyn Manson, brother. You understand? Oh, we got brother. We got young man Ray in the class. Lord Christ, real talk. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. But yeah, brother, you understand? We got to come up out of the spirit of Christianity. And that's all it is. Christianity, you know, when you following a political party, that's Christianity, and that is not of God. You understand? When you into politics and the white man's politics and this political parties, and you are still a Christian. You are still a full Christian. You understand? And what do I mean by that? Meaning you subscribe to the rape, rob, and murder of our people. Why? Because I mean, shit, you can even go down to the Constitution. When the Constitution was written, guess what? In 1776, we were still slaves.
Right.
We were slaves. So, and guess what? We didn't get so-called equal rights until, was it just 60 years ago? Damn. My mom's in her 60s. So you trying to tell me it's only one generation away? Like, come on, man. Why are we loving this place? Why do we try to, you know, put ourselves, you understand, into our oppressors' politics? Stop saying that you're a Democrat and you're a Republican. Forget all these parties and get with the Lord's party. You understand? Come back to your culture. You understand what I'm saying? That's the culture that you should be following. Don't follow American culture. Follow God's culture, because that's your culture, man. This Bible, this is your constitution.
Right.
You understand? You have a king. You don't got to worry about, oh, man, we got 2 more years for Donald Trump. We got this going on. Nah. Guess what? Christ, your king, he's coming back soon. That's who's gonna rule over the earth. Forget America. He's gonna rule over the earth. You understand? And for you brothers out there that want to serve the Lord, guess what? You can rule over the earth too under Christ. You understand? That's who it's for. The earth is for you. It's for your sakes. That's why these other nations, the Lord made them for your sakes.
Right.
Am I lying? Let me get that scripture. Yeah, let me get that. Because I know they think I'm lying. They think I'm over here telling a damn lie, ain't they? Nah, brother, we don't tell. This is the home of the truth. We ain't telling no lies. You understand? We are not your oppressor. We are not Charlie Kirk either. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tell you the truth, brother. Go ahead.
You want 55 or 56?
Is it 55? I think it's 56.
This is book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 56.
Uh-huh.
As for the other people.
As for the who?
The other people.
As for the other nations. No, read up one. Read up one. So they understand who the Lord is with. The Lord is with us. You understand? Keep reading.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 55. All this I have spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Did we just say that? The Lord made the world for our sakes. The world is for us, man. What's that song with I know you know Zakaria. What's that song with Nas? The world is yours. The world is yours, brother. The world is yours. I know Zakaria. No, good night. That brother from the 90s. You understand? Like, the world is yours, blacks, Latinos, Native Indians. So why are we fighting for our oppressor's kingdom?
Right.
Why? Why are you trying to, man, I'm a Democrat, man, and the left, and the right is doing this, and man, we gotta get our spirit out of this place, man. Those things are not beneficial for us. It's not helping us. You understand? You know how much power, we'll have more power with each other than voting. Right. Do you understand that? Blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, if we came together, we will be more powerful. We don't have to vote. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's more powerful than voting for a white man to lie to you, to call on, white supremacists to come and, commit genocide to you. You understand? Put you in prison. You understand? It's more beneficial if we were together. And they know that. They know that, man. The problem is you don't know that. You know why? Because you listen to your Christian pastor once again lying to you, telling you that, we just gotta love. What's that thing? It's an old interview that they did with these young black men, young black boys, right? And they were talking to many people in the audience, they were talking to a black pastor. He said, like, why do you think that, basically, you said what?
Did God tell you let the right man roll the way he is?
Thank you, Zakaria. Did God tell you to let the white man rule over us like he do? You understand? That's the question. Christianity is blinding our people from seeing the true atrocities and the crimes that's being done to us.
Right.
You understand? And they do it with many ways. They do it with political parties. They do it with holidays. They do it with, there's so many ways they trick you. And I'm going to say trick, beguile. They fool you with these lies. This country was built on lies. You understand? As a matter of fact, if you go into the beginning of the history, go to the beginning. When I say beginning of America's history, right? Even the king of England was lying to the pilgrims or the first colonizers, lying to them to tell them that, they should go over there, come over to the Americas, because the first people I believe they landed in Jamestown. They landed in Jamestown. The very first people, I forget who it's called, but they landed in Jamestown, and then they were never heard from again.
Do you understand? Yeah, this is the fact, right? And then the king had people scared, so the king had to lie to the people, lie to Esau to tell him to come over to the United States. Before the United States, come over to America and start, taking the land. Start trying to plant tobacco and things of that such to make money. But he had to lie to them to get here. Every step of making America was built on a lie. Right. From the very seed, from the very roots, it was built on lies, man. And guess what? Now America, from that seed, America has grown into a great tree. You understand? And it is a great place. You understand? When I say great place, meaning this is the land of confusion. It is Babylon the Great. Let me get the scripture real quick. Let me see. Let me get is it Revelation? Let me show you something where I want to go. Yeah, let me get Revelations 13 and verse 2. Now, yeah, we're gonna show you a little bit something. We're gonna show you a little bit of history, man. This is what we're gonna do a little bit, right? Because Babylon, America is just an extension of Rome, of the Greek and Roman Empire. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard,
mm-hmm.
and his feet were as the feet of a bear.
It says the beast was likened. Let me say that. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard. Why does it say that? What does the leopard represent? Anyone? What does a leopard represent?
Oops, wow. So give me one second.
You know it?
All
right. I'm gonna give you a shot. I'm gonna give you a chance. Right? So when you go into the book of Daniel, I feel like I'm about to give it up.
I know what it is.
I'm gonna give you a shout out. After you answer this, we're gonna go into the book of Daniel real quick. You ready? You got it?
I'll say it's like one of the old.
If you know it, just give me a ballpark. It seems like you know it. Just tell me.
I would say it's like 4 different kingdoms, like Babylon, Persia, Medes, Greece, Rome.
The leopard. Okay, so the leopard, right? Okay, it talks about a leopard, right? So Alexander the Greek, we say the Greek. We don't say the Great, but Alexander the Greek. You understand? He had a leopard. He wore a leopard skin on his horse. You understand? This is the beginning of the Greek Empire. You understand? America. This is the birth of the Greek and Roman Empire. You understand? Why is it talking about this? Why is this relevant? Because America is the extension of the Greek and Roman Empire. Right? Keep going.
And his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave
a mouth of a lion, meaning because they came with war. They was like roaring with war and conflict, strife. That's why it says the mouth of a lion. Keep reading.
And the dragon gave him his power.
And the what?
And the dragon gave him his power.
Right, his armies. That's how America got his power, through army, through war. Right, keep going.
And his seat.
And
great authority.
And great authority. Right, keep going.
Verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death.
You saw what?
One of his heads as it was wounded to death.
I saw one of his heads as if it was wounded to death. What period is this talking about? Zachary? Oh, I thought you had your hand up. Right? What is it talking about? Anyone?
It's like the fall of one of the 4 kingdoms.
So what?
It's like the fall of one of the 4 kingdoms.
This is the fall. It's talking about the fall of the Greek and Roman Empire, right? The fall of the Roman Empire, right? It was wounded to death. You saw one of his head as if it was wounded to death. You understand? This is the fall or the falling of the Greek and Roman Empire when it fell. When it fell, after it fell, that's when we went into the Dark Ages. You understand? Many of the people, many of Esau, he ran into them caves, and Israel, you understand, began to go into the European countries. That's where the Dark Age, where you get the Dark Ages. See, people don't understand. You know, when people hear about the Dark Ages, they don't know what that actually is talking about. Is when black people ruled Europe. We were the ones who ruled Europe, so they was referred to as the Dark Ages. You understand? Keep reading. Keep going.
His deadly wound was healed.
And his what?
His deadly wound was healed.
And his deadly wound was healed. What period is that talking about?
Renaissance era?
The what?
The Renaissance era?
The Renaissance era. That's referring to the Renaissance. What does the word Renaissance mean? It means what? Nah, I mean you can, but I just for time's sake, the word Renaissance means rebirth, to be reborn. Reborn. What is it talking about? What is reborn? The Roman Empire. You understand? The Roman Empire was reborn after the Dark Ages. You understand? When black people we started to lose our power in the during the Dark Ages. We began to lose our power, and then rose the Renaissance, or the Roman Empire began to rise up again. They began to gain power, and from there they started, planning on traveling and conquering lands. They were fighting against the Spaniards. They were fighting against the French, and they wanted to get to the money. So they had to go and find somebody who's gonna find a new land and find some new resources, find gold, find find gold and find looking for something else, I forget. But then they found the Americas, which they found what? They used Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus sailed to the Americas looking for spices and gold. But really, we know the truth. The truth is that Christopher Columbus was looking for the Israelites. Okay, that's a fact. Christopher Columbus knew that who the Jews were. He knew he used the book of Second Esdras, I believe. The Second Esdras I'm thinking about. He used Apocrypha. Are you familiar with that? Okay, so he used the Apocrypha to find the 10 tribes. You understand? To steal gold and wealth and to slaughter us. What is that book? The Black Indian or Black Indian? What is it? Black Indian, right? Black and brown people, right? There's a letter in there that Christopher Columbus wrote. He stated that when he met the native Indians, when he met the natives of Hispaniola, right? This is the Lord have mercy. Who am I thinking? The Simeon, right? The Dominicans. He said that I have never met such a peaceable people in the whole world. They must be made to serve. Those were his words, man, when he met us. You understand? And that's another thing. That goes to show you, blacks and Latinos, you understand? Before we met the so-called white men, we were a peaceable people. Christopher Columbus said there was no other people this more peaceful in the world. You understand? So now, our people, when we started following our oppressors' culture, what happened to us? I mean, that's exactly what happened to us. We started following our oppressors' culture. Therefore, if he acts like a damn savage, and we follow after him, that's how we're gonna act. You understand? This is why we gotta separate ourselves from their culture and from them. You understand? We gotta start. The only reason why our brothers we hate each other, you understand? We have gangs against each other because the white man do it first. The white man was doing it first long before we did it.
Right.
They were the first gang members. They were the first gangsters. They were the first, you understand, thieves, all that. You understand? That's why when Christ was talking to the Pharisees, he said, you are of your father, the devil. He was a murderer from the beginning. Who's the devil? Our oppressor. You understand? They're the ones who are the murderers.
They're the ones who are the thieves. They're the ones who come to steal, kill, and destroy. That's them. So why would we follow their culture? You understand? Blacks, Latino, Native Indians, we have our own culture, and it is this Bible, man. Christ, like, you know, everybody in this Bible is from your blood. You understand? You read when you open the Bible, you are reading about your own ancestors, your own people, man. That's your book. That's your constitution. You understand? Let's not, we don't have to be like that. We don't have to be like the so-called white man, like a damn animalistic beast. You understand? So, like, where we at?
Revelation 13 and 2. That's like it. Verse 3.
Okay, bet. Yeah, keep going.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 3.
Uh-huh.
And all the world wandered after the beast.
Yeah, after, hold on, read up a little bit.
And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death.
Right, this is the fall of the Greek and Roman Empire.
And his deadly wound was healed.
The Renaissance period, when they began to rise up to power again. Go ahead.
And all the world wandered after the beast.
Oh man, look what's going on here. You know, they got America. Great Britain is rising. Look how wonderful and great Britain is. London and things of that such. Germany, you know, look at France, the French Empire. You understand? Keep going.
And they worshiped the dragon.
And they did what?
And they worshiped the dragon.
Yeah, because everyone started to follow the so-called white man after that. Right? That's why, you know, it's so wild too. So many ideologies, philosophy, science, you know, so much came from the Renaissance. So many lies came from the, you know, even to this day, you know, even in science and things like that, in school, like, for instance, one of the greatest evil white supremacist things that came out from the rise of the Roman Empire, I'm sorry, the Renaissance period, the rebirth, was what was that? The eugenics. Did you know what eugenics is, right? Okay, they believe like the evolution of man, and basically the white man was more superior because this is why, because, you know, he was white. You understand? And the darker you are, they're more closer to animals. You understand? They're not evolved as the so-called white man. That's eugenics. You understand? That's what they would teach. That's what they believe. They use eugenics in Planned Parenthood. You know that, right? You know, Planned Parenthood, like the father of eugenics and what's that? Margaret Sanger. They got together and they created the Planned Parenthood. And you know where they took it? Oh, they took it to the same places where they reside today. Planned Parenthoods are in black neighborhoods. You know why? Because they've always wanted us to exterminate ourselves, to just die. You understand? You can look back all the way back to I'm about to get all the way off my lesson. But that's our oppressor, man. Our oppressor is evil and wicked, man. And they never loved us. They've always had a perpetual hatred for blacks, Latinos, Native Indians. But why we can't see it? Because we have Christianity in our faces. Planned Parenthood was pushed by the Christian church. That's who Margaret Sanger went to. She went directly to the black Christian pastors to get them to push Planned Parenthood. Oh, because you gotta tell your people to go and abort their children, go and abort these babies, because you don't want them having a baby at 15, 16, and 17. Aren't you tired of sending them down south? Because that's what they used to do back in the day. You get pregnant too early, they send them down south. Send the daughter, you understand, or the young lady far away so that no one can see her in her shame. Kind of sounds familiar, right? Like Mary and Joseph. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to. You don't want people to judge this young sister for being married or having a child out of wedlock. So just abort the baby. You understand? That's, you know, our oppressor has always pushed that on our people. You understand? We need to go over and do an interview too. They got a black college, right? It's a historic black college called Houston Tilliston, right? There's a Planned Parenthood right across the street. And you know what it says right in front of it across the street? You know what it says right in front of the Planned Parenthood? It says what? Protect your peace. Like, damn. Like, you understand what I'm saying? They use, and this is not like by accident. This is all a tactic. Now, if I talk to I don't want to get too off subject, but if you talk to one of these white conservatives, you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say, "Well, that's the Democrats, that's the libs." No, that's the white man. Right. That's why I'm tired of hearing all this Republican and Dem. No, it's the white man. Just say who it is. Like the man of sin must be revealed. Oh, but you scared to say it, and that's the part that's so that we have been abused. What's the word I'm looking for? We have went through some serious trauma in America as Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians because we don't want to call out who it is. You understand? You don't want to just say who it is. Say who it is. You understand? I remember, like, let me show you an example, man. When you go to camp, when we go to camp, right? When the first time you went to camp, you know what I'm saying? We going in, the white man's the devil. And when you first, you're like, oh, snap. Because you've never said it out loud. You understand? Oh, snap, they right in front of my face. That's right. Oh, snap, why I say that? Like, you understand what I'm saying? That's real. Because America, Christianity has made us basically afraid to say who did it. You understand? And we're telling you, man, you got to say who hurt you. You understand? You got to call out your abusers. That's who our abusers are. Our oppressor has abused us, destroyed us. You understand? And you got to call out the man of sin, the man of perdition. That's why all the stuff is falling apart. Because many of us are waking up, coming into the school, coming into the Isupk, and changing and putting off this lifestyle that we've grown up to know that has destroyed us, our fathers, our mothers, you understand? If you read about some of these stories, man, some of these slavery stories that were done to Blacks and Latinos are so horrific. I don't understand why would you want to uphold anything of America? Like, what the hell is like wearing an American flag? Right. Knowing full well some of the, maybe we don't even know because we in the Christian church. Our people are in the Christian church not even knowing the horrific things that was done to us by Christians. By Christians. You come in here, we don't have to spread the truth with the sword. That's what Christians do. Right. We don't have to spread the truth with a sword like Islam did. You understand? Yeah. It's time to wake up and separate your spirit out of America before it's too late. So, because we get off the subject, man. Let me see, where you at? Yeah, keep reading.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power to the beast.
Uh-huh.
And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast?
Who's like America? Who is like this place? Who is like our oppressor? You understand? Like, they gave you an image of white Jesus. Who is like this people? What's that? Was it Leonardo da Vinci? I believe he did the white. He's supposed to be God, right? God and the man touching fingers and stuff like that, right? Which is gay. Anyways, that's our oppressor. They put themselves in the seat of God. They put themselves in the seat of Christ. And guess what? Christ and God or the Israelites never looked like them. You understand? We don't look like our God looks just like you, Blacks, Latinos, Native Indians. He looks just like you. Our oppressor pushed these lies in front of us so that we will believe them and worship them. We will look at them as if they're God. We will say, who is like unto the beast? That's what we will say. Who is like unto the beast? This man, he built a rocket to go to the moon. He built missiles. Hold on, we're gonna get to that too. He built nuclear missiles to drop down, and man, look how great this bomb is. Who has this technology? How great is the beast? You understand? That's what the world is saying. What are you saying? What are you gonna say? You understand? You worshiping the beast in Christianity. You worship the beast in America. That's what you're doing. And it's time to separate yourselves from them. Separate yourselves from this spirit. It's a spirit. America is a spirit in America. Like to be an American, that's a spirit. You're putting on a spirit. What do I mean by that? It's like a culture. You understand? It's no different than, Halloween. Christianity, Christmas. You put on that, and you put on your, when I say you put it on, meaning you're in the spirit, meaning just like Christmas, you'll get a Christmas tree. You'll probably get a sweater on. You probably get some cookies and get some presents for the kids and things like that. That's the Christian. I'm sorry. That's the Christmas spirit. You understand? And if you want to be an American, guess what? You can smoke weed. You can get high. You can do drugs. You can go to the Christian church and praise dance and thank you. Oh, your Lord, thank you, Lord, have hallelujah. That's the American spirit. You can, a man can lay with another man. A woman can lay with another woman. That's the American spirit.
Wow.
You understand? An American spirit is massacres. You understand? Massacre is an American spirit. If you don't believe me, look at the Native Indians.
Wow.
Look at our brothers. Our oppressor. Those Americans slaughtered over 77 million Native Indians in the name of Christianity. Yeah, because it's the spirit. You can't have two spirits. You understand, right? You can't say, I love God and I love America. You might want to choose. You know why it says the Holy Spirit. You have the Holy Spirit? What's the Holy Spirit? What does holy mean?
Separate.
Holy means, that's right, Zachariah. Holy means to be separated. Now, how the hell am I have a separated spirit and have this spirit over here? I got this spirit going over here. You got all these damn spirits, Nick. You might be possessed. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. I think you might be possessed, man. I think you might be legion. You understand? America, it's a lot of legions. You understand? In America, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. You understand? This damn near called the land of the legions. You understand what I'm saying? Because they are many. Come on, man. There's so many demons that you have to battle here in the land of confusion. Look at our people. Look at the entire country. You understand? How many people are faced with so many demons and mental illnesses? You understand? Battling all these demons day and night with depression and anxiety, and you got people. Obviously, you got people who have mental issues, who do mass shootings, who do all kind of stuff like that. You understand? Because guess what? This is the land. I'm gonna say it's the land of legion. You understand? Everyone's fighting demons and things like that, and it's because this place is not a place for rest. It's not a place. It's the reason why we say the Bible. I'm telling you, the Bible tells you that America is Babylon the Great because it's the same spirit, man. The land of confusion. There's so many people are confused. You understand? Because they battling so much from the moment they wake up to the moment they go to bed, they have to battle so much. You understand? Why would I want to be a part of that? Why would I just come in here and get the Holy Spirit, get the zeal, the courage? You understand? It takes a lot of courage to separate yourselves from, your mother's religion. The religion that your mother has followed, that she got from our oppressor. You understand? the religion from your grandmother, the religion, you know, the religion of America. You understand what I'm saying? You got to make a choice. You know, because why you in that, boy, you in that coat. Why don't you just come celebrate Thanksgiving? You know, Thanksgiving coming up. You don't celebrate birthdays no more. Why you don't celebrate birthdays? Well, but I celebrate birthdays. You don't want to celebrate birthdays? No, I don't do that. You understand? It takes a lot of courage to do that. You understand? That's the Holy Spirit. It's the zeal. It's the courage. You understand? It's the, what's the word I want to say? But you understand what I'm saying, right? It's the zeal to want to serve the Lord, to carry out the will of God. You understand? And it requires you to shed yourself of the world, to shed yourself of all the things that you've grown up and loved. And you understand? You've grown up and loved so much things that you got out of the world. By the time you get to an adult, you battling all kind of demons now. You understand? You battling all kind of demons and Christian. You battling like depression and anxiety and low self-esteem. You got a lust demon. You got a weed demon. You got, you know, there's a lot of demons you got to battle. You understand what I'm saying? And you get it from Christianity. You get it from your oppressor. That's who gave you those things. You understand? It's a culture. Right? And that's the American culture. American culture is heavy. It's a heavy culture. And it's just on you and just leaning on you until you just die, till you just can't move no more, till you can't walk no more. It's just, the American culture is so heavy. I mean, damn, brother. You understand? All right, let's keep going.
What do you want to say?
Verse 4. Yeah, start at verse 4 again.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 4.
And
they worshiped the dragon, which gave power to the beast.
Read loud. I kind of wonder if they can hear you. If you could, Babusha.
And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast.
And
they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who was able to make war with him?
Who was able to make war with him? Who is like unto the beast? Who was able to make war with him? Like, who can make war with them and win? You understand? They have nuclear bombs. They have intergalactic ballistic missiles. They got a strong military. You understand? I mean, and really they were saying this really in the beginning of the start of America, when they fought the French and Indian, was it called the French and Indian War? When they fought the American Revolution. They fought all these different wars, but they just waxed stronger and stronger. That's why you got these patriots. So yeah, America, but all, you know, while standing on the blood of Native Indians, standing on the blood of, you know what I'm saying, slaves. You understand? Come on, man. This place was built on blood. Keep going.
Verse 6. Verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth, speaking great things, and blasphemies.
And what?
And blasphemies.
No, truths.
Blasphemies.
Blasphemy means like a disgusting lie. It's a lie. It's a great lie. Keep going.
And power was given unto him to continue 40 and 2 months.
Okay, Slaki. Because that's gonna get into something else, which I want. It does. It's on point, but I think I'm jumping ahead. Go to where we're talking. Go to if I could, let me go get the book of Daniel. Is that what I want? Hold on 1 second, Oxalaki. Okay. Let me get for time's sake, let me get Revelation 17 and 5.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written.
So America is Babylon the Great. Okay. Keep going.
Mystery. Babylon the Great. The mother of harlots.
The what?
The mother of harlots.
All right, the mother of harlots. Because in this land, you can do whatever you want to do. You can love whoever you want to love. You can have whatever kind of religion you can want to have. You know, you can do whatever you want. Right? Keep going.
And abominations of the earth.
And what?
Abominations.
Right, abominations of the earth. Because there's so many things that are allowed here that the Lord is against. You understand? The Lord is against, you know, our oppressor in this kingdom, because they go against the Bible. These are Christians, right? People who claim they believe in the Bible, they love the Bible. Well, guess what? There's so much that goes on in America. They are anti-Christ. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 6, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints.
With what?
The blood of the saints.
The woman, meaning America, was drunken of the blood of the saints. What's that mean? You know how many? Okay, you got 77 million Native Indians that were slaughtered here by our oppressor. You can go down to the Alamo when you got blacks and Latinos, blacks and Mexicans. You understand, that were unalived or slaughtered at the Alamo. And who do they have? What statues did they build over their graves? They built statues of white men on horses and standing strong. And they talk about how brave they were. They were the heroes while standing on the blood of the saints, who really just were trying to fight for freedom. And which is really wild, right? Like, it's wild to see that they put the people who wanted to enslave you over the people who fought for freedom. Yet and still, America says they're the land of the free. Oh, we fight for freedom. This is the land of the free, the home of the brave. But at the Alamo, you got, you know, white men for like statues over the graves of blacks and Mexicans who fought for freedom, who fought against the right to own slaves. You understand? Because, you know, Mexico was against slavery. Did you know that? They were against slavery, so they fought against the Texans to try to free our people. They fought against the white man to try to free our black people. You understand? Yet and still, they praise the slave owners. Look at the names of some of these military bases, like Fort Hood and Fort Bragg. These are Confederate generals.
Right.
They're Confederate generals. You know, the people who fought to keep slaves. They fought the North to try to keep slavery still alive and strong. Imagine that. You got to understand, like, well, does America really want freedom? Based on your actions, it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like you want. I guess everybody's free, but the black and Hispanic man. That's probably what it is, right? Right, Zachary? I mean, what did that documentary say? It says that America's claimed to be the home of the free, but it holds like 25% of the world's prisoners or something like that, right? Like a huge percentage. Right? It was like a huge percentage of the world's prisoners. You understand? This is not the land of the free. I mean, at least not the blacks and Latinos and Native Indians. It's not the land of the free. It's only free for Esau, because he can do whatever the hell he wants and he can get glorified. He can say evil and hateful and, you know, evil things against blacks and Latinos and Native Indians. And guess what? He is glorified in this kingdom. He's glorified. But, you know, let a black or Latino Native Indian say it, and they're going to be deemed hate speech. That's insane. But at the same time, this is not our kingdom, man. This is our oppressor's heaven. You understand? They're in their heaven. They don't need to be saved.
Right.
Because they're in their heaven. They have their military. They have their government. They have their fire department, their police department. They have everything. They have rights. You understand? We got to separate ourselves, man. We got to separate ourselves from our oppressor and come back to our God, man. You understand? You know what I'm saying? It's like, where we at in time? Okay. We're gonna do one more. Keep reading, Bob Wisha. Oh, verse 2.
This is the book of
Oh no, my bad. No, drop that. Let me get Psalms 137 and 1.
This is the book of Psalms 137, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. There we wept. When we remember Zion.
That's not the one I was looking for, but that is a good one though. Because that talks about, yeah, keep reading. Matter of fact, that's probably the Lord. Yeah, go keep reading that.
Verse 2. We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof.
We did what?
We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof.
And even with all this oppression, yet and still, we sung songs. You know what I'm saying? And our oppressor, they pushed up to. They wanted us to sing songs in our oppression, in our pain. You see our people like, look at Hollywood. You see our people going through all kind of hell. They're not happy in there. They're not. You're not happy in the music industry in Hollywood, because who's over those? Who's over those record labels? Our oppressor. You understand? And they push you to. They want to see you sing and dance and all in your pain. Keep reading.
Verse 3. For there they that carry us away captive required of us a song.
They did what? Read that one more time.
For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song.
They that carried us away captive required a song from us. You understand? They wanted us to sing in our pain. You understand? In the trauma. That's the same. Like, it don't even have to be just a song, but they want you to forget about all the trauma and pain that they put you through. They want you to celebrate America, celebrate our oppressor. They want that. You understand? They want you to have a happy spirit. Hey, man, come on, you're an American. You're in America. Come on, man. Yeah, they want you to put on that spirit. You understand? Come on, man. How much more is it going to take for us to realize who the devil is? How much more is it going to take for us to realize that our oppressor has never loved us and that we should separate from their culture, from the spirit of America, from the religion of America? America's like a religion. You worship this place. You understand? You worship our oppressor. That's what you're doing. And in the black church, you worship the white man. You do. Your God is a white man. You understand? And he's just so loving and just such a nice man. He can never do no harm. In a Christian, in a white Christian church, he's still a white man, but you know what? He's a gun-toting white man. You understand? And he does not want anyone infringing on his rights. He upholds the Constitution and he is his God. And when you in a Christian church, you worship their God.
Right.
You got to come back to your God. Your God is in the Bible. They don't follow the Bible in Christianity. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? You got to come back to your culture, your identity, so that you can be a new creature. Because you got to be new. You got to become new. You can't stay the same. You can't stay the same American. You can't stay the same. Because Christ, you don't want Christ to come back and see you as an American. You understand? You do not want Christ to crack that sky and to see you, a black man, a Latino or Native Indian, man or woman, as an American. Because you know what? He's gonna see you
as the same people that came out of Rome. You understand? The same people that pierced him. Because you know, America is the extension of Rome. So if you're in the American culture and Christ sees you following the American culture, which is an extension of Rome, then guess what? I guess you a damn Roman. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be an Israelite. That's your blood. That's your blood. That's your ethnicity. You are an Israelite from, you know, from the 12 tribes of the house of Israel, whom Christ gave his life for. And it's time for you to come back to serve your God. It is high time. Just like we said before, there's a lot going on in the earth. There's so much going on. Like World War III, we're in World War III. Russia is trying to get, you know, Russia damn near, he didn't send drones, you know, drones into Poland. You know what Russia does? You know, Putin does with drones, right? He blew up Ukraine. You understand what I'm saying? He has drones in the NATO countries. World War III is here. You know, you might want to get your head out of American culture, because this thing's gonna flip in 1 minute. Christ is gonna crack that sky in a minute, in the midst of World War III. You gotta wake up out of this place and let it go, man. You understand? Don't put yourself in a Democrat, Republican, and the libs and the Republicans. That's for us, man. That's not our fight. That's not our war. You understand? The war that you should be thinking about is a war within you. The war against, you know, cigarettes. The war against, you know, lust, drugs, hating your brother. It's a war that you got to start fighting today. You got to start fighting that war today. Before the war on the outside affects the war. You understand? For you met with that war. You know what I'm saying, right? You gotta fight that war that's within you. All right. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and pass over to Priest. And any questions? Let me see. All right. We're gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Zakari with the security announcements. Give him a hand.
All right, this is Isupk security announcements. We're the Isupk started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister: when a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will get to report each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment found in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Get a treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, people open for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. The next holiday is the feast. It's a memorial of the blowing of the trumpets, which is the first day of the 7th month. Sunday, September 21st, 2025. This can be found in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 to 25. If anyone wants to be a trooper in school, start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and/or scarf. And with that, I pass the class back to Priest and Officer 1000 to qualify your hour.
All right, with that, Amadium. All right, we're gonna give a courtesy salute to the brothers, men of Israel. Amadium Shabbat, Amadium, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah, Yahweh Matah. Nasar, give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amadium Shabbat, Amadium, Barak, Yahweh Shemal Atah Hashem Yahshua. Yahweh Matah, dismiss.